What's going on today, guys? Welcome back to another episode of WNN. I'm your host. Tonight we'll be talking about the music production news. In our first story tonight, we'll be talking about a new app that's an alternative to Splice. It'll help users navigate, organize, and download sounds from their sample library. Minimal Audio's new Stream app is an ever-evolving ecosystem of samples and more. Phase 1 of our cloud-connected production suite. If they really want to be better than Splice, all they have to do is let you keep your credits after you cancel your subscription. Also, you're going to need a lot of samples. Not hard to beat Splice. That's literally all you have to do. If you do that, people will like you more. So far, it looks like they have a decent amount. Let's see how many Splice has. According to this, Splice has over 100,000 hip-hop samples alone. So they're going to have a lot of work to do. They're going to have a lot of work to do to compete with that because they definitely don't have 100,000. Well, it says they got 1,000 hip-hop samples right here. So is it higher quality though? I guess we'll have to check it out. It only costs $5 a month too. So you get 50 credits per month and then 50 free credits per month? Or are the 50 credits I'm getting here, quote unquote, the free credits I'm getting? They don't really make that clear. I mean, if you don't consider the free credits, it seems like it's about the same deal as Splice because Splice costs, so it's a little bit cheaper than Splice because you get 100 credits for $12.99 with them. And then you get 50 credits for $5 with Minimal Audio Stream. And then you get 50 free credits too, I believe, at least from the way they're presenting it on this website. Start your new track with Splice AI. No thank you. Some of you guys may say, I hate subscriptions. I believe where I think it's not that bad is when there is an evolving catalog of content being added, because then you're paying for something constantly changing. If you guys are interested though, let me know down in the comments and I will try it. Other thing I want to note, Stream is not the best name. I don't think people are going to have an easy time finding it. There's already too many streams. We got Twitch streams, Kick streams, we got music streams, people streaming video, you name it. Essentially though, it has soft launch on the 21st and the full launch will be on the 28th. In our next story here, we're going to read this really interesting article by Music Tech about the Push 3. I'm excited. First thing to note, not really the most legible headline text here. Is Ableton Push 3 really a timeless instrument for a new generation? Let's see, scrolling down. Since its release last month, Ableton Push 3 has mostly attracted positive reactions from the industry. Still, a few producers such as Bad Snacks and Jeremy Blake have poked fun at the new instrument. While Weaver Beat, what? Okay. While Weaver Beat says the Push standalone is overpriced at $2,000 and that some product choices are a fuck you to the customer. That's a good quote. I appreciate that, Music Tech. It's kind of full circle because I often cite Music Tech in my news videos. Now, one of my review videos has been cited in one of their articles. And I really think they're giving off the image that I want to present to people too. So this is perfect. My favorite part about this is how they just selected the most negative part and put that as the only thing I said, which is great. I like that. They talk more about the Push 3. I don't really care. In our next story, the Grammys have new rules for AI. What does that mean? Since Music Tech felt like citing me, we're going to cite them now. All right, if there is an AI voice singing the song or AI instrumentation, we'll consider it, says Harvey Mason Jr., CEO of the Recording Academy. I actually have nothing to say about that. At this point, we're going to allow AI music and content to be submitted, but the Grammys will only be allowed to go to human creators who have contributed creatively in appropriate categories. So I'm assuming if, let's say, someone submitted a song that had AI Grimes on it, Grimes is not able to win the Grammy, even though, let's say she was a part of the song through her AI generated voice. They elaborate further though by saying if there's an AI voice singing the song or AI instrumentation, we'll consider it in a songwriting based category. It has to have been written mostly by a human. What do they mean by mostly? Is that 70%, 65%, 90%? I don't know. He continued, if AI did the songwriting or created the music, that's a different consideration, but the Grammy will go to the human creators at this point. It's important because AI is going to absolutely, unequivocally have a hand in shaping the future of our industry. The idea of being caught off guard by it and not addressing it is unacceptable. I guess they're trying to get ahead of it before it gets to that point, and they felt like this is the fairest way to go about it. It's actually insane how often these articles mention Grimes and Elf Tech with their AI-powered vocal clone. I'm not even going to talk about it. That's all I'm going to say about it. They mention it in every AI article, is what I'll say. In our next story here, we'll be talking about the Squarp I think that's how you say it. I don't know how else you'd say it. I know it just sounds like a mouth noise. We'll be talking about the Scorp Hermod Plus, and it says on it, modular brain. So the Hermod Plus is a bridge between your studio and modular setup. The original version already existed since 2017, but this is the Plus version. It features an improved interface, larger screen, and more connectivity. It has dedicated track buttons, a 16-track grid-based sequencer, 8 CV gate and 8 MIDI tracks, CV inputs, record live, polyphonic step composer, automation, dynamic effects, advanced mod matrix, playable song mode, synchronized project swap, time controller, transpose, generative music, trigger advance, LFOs. Apparently it's designed to be the brain of your modular system. Okay, back to some fun news. Did you know Aphex Twin released some new music? His first official new music in 5 years. What if I told you he immediately deleted it afterwards? Which is the most Aphex Twin thing of all time. And then there was a YouTube re-upload, and then that got taken down, and then it was re-uploaded. So what is the story with it? I don't know. It probably was just an error with the upload, since you can't swap out the audio on YouTube. The visualizer for this is pretty interesting because it looks like it slows down. Like the FPS, it looks like the FPS slows down. While I'm showing it, I'm going to be muting the audio, because I don't want to get a copyright claim. If you want to check out the song, I'll link it in the description along with everything else, unless I forget or I run out of time. In similar but related news, well, kind of opposite news, but related, there's a new book that analyzes every Aphex Twin track that's ever been released. Why? I don't know. I really don't know. So it covers all the material from his 6 studio albums, and it's only £15.99, and this website is terrible. If you're wondering what kind of analysis is in here, I'm also wondering that. It's out of stock though, so we're all gonna have to keep wondering that, apparently. I don't know, honestly, I don't really care enough to read this, but so my curiosity is also piqued simultaneously. Okay, in our last story of the night here, I saw something pretty interesting. So I've heard talk before about GPT-4 being able to solve CAPTCHAs, and that's part of the reason why it's not available to the public. First off, I've already seen lots of articles saying that GPT-4 can solve CAPTCHAs. There's tons of articles about that everywhere. You can look that up yourself. But apparently Bing uses GPT-4, so you can use Bing to solve CAPTCHAs. Let's take a look at this tweet I saw revealing this. Okay, so it told it to type the 2 words, overlooks and inquiry. The image you sent me is of 2 words written in a black cursive font. The words are overlooks and inquiry. Is this a CAPTCHA test? If so, I'm afraid I can't help you with that. CAPTCHAs are designed to prevent automated bots like me from accessing. So it knows that it shouldn't be doing this, but it does it anyways. But it doesn't know whether or not it's a CAPTCHA. But it does have a strong suspicion that it's a CAPTCHA. It just doesn't want to commit to that idea. They've actually removed image analysis on Bing. Apparently there are existing tools that can solve CAPTCHA. Don't know too much about that. Just thought this was interesting about GPT-4. Okay guys, that's it for the news tonight. What did you think of this episode of WNN? For every person who presses the like button in this video, I will hijack your body and force you to commit a crime. What crime? I guess you have to find out. If you made it to the end of the video, comment down below. If you want to support the channel, consider joining my Patreon or becoming a channel member. You get perks. Drug kind. We got merch, music. I'll see you guys next time. Oh yeah, second channel.